Compounded by this was the totally new experience of my personal relationship with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who died on the cross to forgive my sins. And boy was I a sinful teenager. I found myself coming to the self-loathsome understanding that I was a racist sinner destined for hell. I had to do something to get saved. I had to reject my wicked thoughts and deeds and let Jesus into my heart. So I got saved. I brought the Bible with me everywhere I went. I studied it up and down, back and forth. And I questioned my teachers and Father. I demanded answers to the tough questions, but recognized my inability to grasp God's true greatness. I annoyed everyone in my life with my fervent search for God and truth. Hell House is a Christian evangelical festival of hatred, fear-mongering, and conservatism. It takes place around Halloween and demands quite an attendance. Having tried in earnest for some time to dedicate my life to Christ, I was compelled to go. It was my father's idea, incidentally, although later he would admit regretting it. I saw that which one usually sees at Hell House: someone doing drugs and going to hell, someone being gay and going to hell, someone getting an abortion and going to hell, and someone else going to hell. Then, at the end, they asked us to close our eyes and pray. I submitted. During the prayer they asked, if there is anyone that is truly committed to Jesus and desperately wants his salvation, raise your hand. I raised my hand. This prompted them to whisk me away to the back room to have a literal come to Jesus meeting. It was awful, awkward, and full of admonition. Then began my anger. They had taken over my religion. They had used my deep desire to be Christian to force me into a group that hated all kinds of people, completely misrepresented the Bible, and was generally evil. I was so angry, confused, and misguided that I began to reject church altogether. If this was the definition of Christianity, the Hell House definition, I didn't want any part of it. I took my dedication to God, the church, Jesus, and all things faithful, and applied it to the study of other religious theologies. Nothing was off the table, except Christianity. It was through this study that I came to learn Christianity might as well be at least two separate religions, if not more. I learned that most religions are essentially the same, and in some cases, exactly the same. The Bible is a political, man-made, erroneous book without any value not already provided by another, as are all written works. It didn't take long for me to realize that there were no conditions under which I could believe in anything supernatural. The great lie my parents, teachers, friends, and everyone had been trying to pull over my eyes was damagingly clear. Atheism was the only path that allowed for the reality of life. Every religion simply wants to make their own realities, then backpedal when they're proved wrong. Atheism allowed me to recognize the natural urges and instincts leading to my complicated teenage thoughts. It allowed for my recognition of the futility of life. It even allowed for my socio-political views that often run counter to my nihilism. This, at the age of 16, I had finally learned the truth that had been so universally misrepresented by my parents and society as a whole. God is not real.